remember Market had some jeans going on at a certain point, right? Is that
Yeah, that was kind of like the whole goal from the start was like, all right, we're gonna start it as a crew, but it's gonna turn into like, me and Dennis and most of us were riding like Volcom jeans at the time and like paying like, 70 or 80 bucks for jeans that we were stoked on, and all that money's just going into skateboarding's pocket. And like we
yeah.
were just like, fuck, like Dennis took the initiative to like, create samples and base this crew and turn it into a brand. And it sucks because like I feel like we did all the right things, but the timing was off on a lot of it because it took so long to like sample the jeans and figure out the manufacturing and everything. So by the time we were done with the video and it was out, like I feel like we kind of missed our window for with the
For it to
jeans. But
pop
by the time
off,
we had
yeah.
the jeans perfected, we lost the material, like the manufacturer we're using discontinued the material, and it kind of just like it just
Damn.
really like it all fell apart from there. Like we ordered one or two more batches of jeans that were supposedly with the same material and it wasn't, and then they started to rip, and it kind of just like that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I think like it was already enough of a process to get to that point where like we've tested the jeans, we can co-sign for these, like they're the best, and then they pulled the rug out from under us and kind of
Sucks.
screwed that.
Damn.
So either way, I think like for what I think we accomplished way more than we ever would have imagined. And most of the work that Dennis did on that was while he was hurt. He unfortunately had a lot of injuries during that time. So I think like it made sense, and he had the time available to like pour into the brand, into the manufacturing side of it. But then by the time all the problems happened and Dennis is healthy again, I just think like it just seemed like a little too much to devote that much time and energy into something when we pretty much have to start from scratch again. So
Yeah.
it was a denim company for a bit. And I mean I still have people to this day. A lot of mountain bikers were really hyped on the jeans, and I like Brandon Semenick was like probably one of the most like he probably bought more pairs of those jeans than any into other like individuals. So it's cool to see like that it grew outside of BMX and people did like really think that they were the best jeans. So I'm glad that we it was short and it was sweet, but I'm glad
It
that
had an impact.
we made something that we were happy with, that other people were also into. So I think
That's
short
dope.
and sweet, but we did it right as far as we could for being a bunch of young dudes that knew nothing of running a business or anything of that
Yeah.
form.
It's cool to at least try. And that's Dennis seems like he's just like, let's go. He does shit and then he gets life gets busy and you know, I'm stoked on anybody doing shit or at least trying, That sucks all the stuff happened with the jeans. I remember Market like it was yesterday, dude. I think if correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Mediocre at Best, my video was nominated the same year as Market and then you guys won. And am I right? Is that the same year? Do you
I want
remember?
to, because I'm pretty sure that was where we met, was the toast where it, because the first toast it premiered, and then the second toast I think was the Nora where it won. And I
Yeah.
would say that between one or two of those is when we met. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those were falling under the same year. Like if you guys were the same year as the Fit video where Van Homan won video part, then that was the same year that we won video of the year.
Nice. Yeah. Well, congrats. I see that trophy. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Dude, thank you, man. It's absolute honor. Like I'm very happy to have that like souvenir for what I would consider the most like memorable and special time of my BMX career is those market days.
Yeah,
So
it's a timeless video, dude. It's kind of crazy to look back and I just skimmed through it and I'm just like the writing in this is like unbelievable. And it's the type of writing that doesn't matter how much time goes by, it's still gonna be a fucking banger. It's a pretty legendary video.
thank you. I often joke that for everybody that I mean Dennis and Chad aside, everybody else in markets pretty much like switched careers or moved on to just like having a family or whatever. And I feel like we caught the best of each of our riding in that video. I think like
Yeah,
me and Jeff put out one more video part for United after that. I'm still very proud of that, but I feel like most of us kind of like slowed down and changed things up after market. So I'm glad that we like captured that moment of time and did it to the best of our abilities, because after that everyone's lives kind of changed, and obviously Dennis and Chad are still very much doing their thing and killing it in BMX, but like me, Jonas, Rob, Jeff, Connor, Ronnie, we're all just like we got
Peace.
life changed.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. If anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.